What year did this song come out, Jeffrey? Can you look that up for us?
Oh, 2016.
Big guess. I think I'll go with
Damn, my
2018.
baggage.
I'm going to go 2018.
I'll allow it.
No, 16 does sound better. Anyways, damn. So Auntie T sent me that thing today that said now they're doing a different category in the country music thing. You see that? They're doing so now.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody was tripping that she won like best country album.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beyonce, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
2018.
Mm,
Never lied.
good call.
2012.
See,
Damn, I think
man, that shit old as hell. Damn, Easton probably Weston by now.
that was a good time in country music, like 2010 to 2020 era. That was a nice little. It had a nice little run.
Yeah, Jason
But,
Aldean had that shit in a
Aldean.
chokehold, bro.
So me and Dalton were talking the other day, and he was like, "Dude, there's gonna come a time where kids are gonna like our kids or his kids, because they got the little one, that they're gonna look at Jason Aldean as one of the greats, because in reality, he had a hell of a run in 20. And I say he was like the first Morgan Wallen. He was like the first one to come out with the 808s, like that whole little rap kind of thing. I mean, not like rap, but like
man,
more urban thing.
for sure. He inspired like the Sam Hunts, the Morgan Wallens, the
dope.
unfortunately the Florida Georgia Lines.
What?
Like,
You hate on
I fuck with them, but they ran their course like super. You know, I'll say this: when they split up and old Buddy started putting out his own songs,
You seen just how bad? Yeah.
he ruined the whole shit for me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
Tyler
I'm not,
Hubbard.
yeah, Tyler Hubbard. Like, and I'm not trying to hate, but like, I was one of them guys that everybody was like, "This ain't country, Florida Georgia Line." They're the Nickelback of country and all this shit. And
I never heard that.
yeah, and I'm
That's
like,
funny though.
and I'm like, I mean, I understand they're not like country, but I fucked with them heavy when they came out because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like they got like a.
They put Nelly on the track.
Yeah, and they got
shit.
the
That
like you
was
said, they got the 808s. They're
Yeah.
kind of talking about wearing Jordans
Yeah.
and doing the, you know what I mean. But you don't have to be like super thuggish. You know, you can.
we seen
you
them
can,
live.
Yeah, yeah.
When
but
we seen them live, I was like, okay, because I was a hater, you know,
yeah,
typical
But-
Cousin Sal shit. But I was a hater, and then I seen them live, and I was like, damn, these boys put on a show. Like them boys, like really, they're really put together. And then you start to like, of course, I go down a little rabbit hole whenever I'm like, okay, they all right, and I started to do a little bit more research. They had a hell of a grind coming up. It wasn't like they were some overnight pop up group. Like they had a long grind of playing in the little honky tonk bars and shit like that. But the country music thing with them making two separate things, I thought that was interesting. I actually kind of like it.
I'm not. I don't know, man.
I don't like the idea of them being like they're making a traditional
It's
joint.
like black privilege. No.
So everybody played the race card with this
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
right? Everybody did. They were like country people were like, that ain't country, that ain't this and that ain't that. And then, you know, Terrell's argument is like, well, it was number one on the thing and it sold so many albums, sold so many this, it was so this and this and that. And I was like, it's because it's hype. It's really because has anybody listened to that album more than twice?
I mean, it's because it's Beyonce. Like,
It's 'cause Beyonce.
I mean,
but the album
Beyonce's-
wasn't good. I gave it a solid listen. Listened to the whole album, and I was like, okay, don't let me say it wasn't good. I said that, but don't let me say that. It wasn't great. There were some shining moments on it when I was like, okay, I kind of dig it. But for it to win Best Country Album, nah. That was undeserved. Cool, whatever. I'm not hating. I'm just saying like there were better, and I can't even quote them, but there were better. There had to be better albums out that year.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the album, so I'm not gonna say it wasn't good because I did like it. But I just felt like one of the most iconic Beyonce moments was overshadowed, or not overshadowed, it was because of Kanye. Whenever he walked up on stage and was like, Beyonce had the best music, blah, blah, blah. And he was right? Like, she should have won over Taylor Swift. But
Was
Taylor,
that over the Single Ladies song? I mean, to cut you.
I can't really remember the song, but at the time I remember feeling like, oh, yeah, Kanye's right. You know, like Beyonce, Taylor Swift's America's Sweetheart right now, and Beyonce's getting snubbed. Like, she should have got that shit. But now that happened, I'm like, well, I guess the tables turned, and I don't like the table turning shit. I don't like when people are like, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be like, no, two wrongs don't make it right, you know, because Lainey Wilson should have got, because I think Beyonce got female something of the year.
We looked that up, see who she was in the category with.
Yeah, I don't think
Jeffrey?
she got country album of the year. I think she got
did.
female country album of the
Did you,
year.
I'm not sure, so we'll have to find. We're fucking two.
Either-
idiots.
What year was it?
Last year.
Last year.
2024.
Yeah. Either way, I felt like it was kind of like history repeating itself reversed. To me, that's how I felt, because Lainey Wilson killed it that year.
She had a great year.
You know what I mean?
So did fucking Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Beyonce got like female something too.
You could be right.
She might have got.
I think she won a bunch of awards. It was at the Country Music Awards, Jeffrey.
I think she might have got country album of the year, but I'm pretty sure she got female country artist of the year, and that 100% should have been Lainey Wilson, in my opinion. Like, Lainey brought country music, like female country, back to, you know what I'm saying, with the twang, with the
She's
the
super
the
Southern
look,
girl.
like she is country. You know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
I'm not saying that Beyonce's not. She's from Houston, all that shit.
That's
and
the beautiful
everyone
thing to
is
it.
trying to fucking hop into the country shit because this was popping. This was
it's
making
the-
money.
it's the
Like,
wave, dude.
people are moving away from hip hop because it's gotten so monotonous. Like, hip hop has just become like, I don't know, man. Maybe because we're getting older, but it's like rap is like so hard to just put on and chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of rap, since we're on this music tangent, last time we talked, the Carter album was about to come out.
yeah,
Carter 6. Listened to it, gave it a solid listen.
I've been listening to it.
I've listened to it twice, and everybody's trashing it, and I'm like,
I don't understand the hate.
I mean-
I'm glad that I'm glad that I don't follow the trends and shit. I never have, you know, but
there are some skips. There's definitely some skips. But even
yeah, I'm
on
not
this-
saying it's like, first of all, let me say this. If you have to be realistic, like when M dropped his last tape, were you like, you're hyped for it because you're an M fan, right? You're ready for it to come out. But were you like, oh, this better be as good as the Eminem show? Like, no.
No.
Like, that's ridiculous.
That's a
And I
15-year
feel
era.
like
A difference. Yeah.
it's like it's even if, like, to me, his last album, he was spitting, talking about M. His last album lyrically is better than anything he's put out, like lyrically, but the way it's just a moment in time for you. It's like who you were at that time, when it came out, how it felt when you listened to it, like, on top of it being dope and the songs being well written. It was like his prime, you know? Like, I just hate because, like, I compare music to sports a lot of times too. You know, it's like LeBron his last season, you know, like he still did his thing, but he didn't win a championship. He didn't go far in the playoffs. Does that mean LeBron's whack?
Yeah. No.
No, it's like this motherfucker's 40,
Yeah.
averaging 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's dope. So it's the same thing for me with M and Wayne. Like, I hate when, like, what do you want Wayne to do? Wayne has more songs than Tupac. You know, Wayne and Tupac died early, so God rest his dead. But Wayne has more songs than any rapper you know. He has more dope verses than any rapper you know. Like, it's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Not-
thousands. Like,
He molded the mixtape era. We talked about that last.
he's
but
he's
dude,
why you fucking rap with autotune. He's
Yeah.
why you have tattoos on your face.
Yeah.
He's why you fucking shoot videos in the booth with the blunt and fucking your shirt off and tattooed
we've-
up. Like,
yeah,
he
we've
is
said that.
why.
We've said
And
that he
that
single-handedly molded
that doesn't
hip-hop.
give him a pass to put out whack shit. But I didn't feel like it was whack.
I didn't think so. I didn't think
I-
it was whack. It was just like, dude, he's so good at putting words, like putting lyrics together and bars, and he's so good at that you could throw anything at him and he's gonna be clever with it. Like, he's gonna have his little. So if you listen to, like, what's the like, if I play a guitar, it's a skip. But if you listen to it, like, there's shit in there that you're just like, nobody thinks like this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a skip.
The way he
to me.
the way he puts things together is like they're just. I think the people that are hating on it are just like so. What's the word I'm looking for? Like like distracted
I'll
by
put it this way.
by the production, the
If
beats and shit.
Kendrick made If I Played the Guitar be talked about he would get a fucking Grammy behind that shit right now.
Yeah.
He would be
Well, because he's hype. He's hype right now. Yeah.
he would get a Grammy behind that shit. The lyrics, the way it's put together, like he would get a. It doesn't matter. He can't sing.
So
He would get a Grammy behind that shit. But people like I don't understand where, like when did it become cool to hate? Like you see how much hate Eminem gets these days.
Yeah.
They hate.
They've been doing that for a while though.
They've been doing it for a while, and the same with Wayne. Like, how many people we know like throughout all these years
Yeah.
been like you've talked about it on here. Your cousin being like Wayne's whack, and you had to show him like listen to this, like
just like turn off the radio and and dig a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I take it with a grain of salt. Same motherfuckers be like Morgan Wallen's trash. He ain't country. He ain't. I'm like,
that dude's
dude,
a king of country music. What's
like,
this?
come on.
What do we got up there?
Yeah, female vocalist of the year.
Bro, we can't read that shit. You have to
No,
read
go
it.
to
Kelsey
the
Ballerini.
go to the CMAs. Is this CMAs?
I thought you said Country Music Awards.
Oh yeah,
CMAs.
that's CMAs.
You wanted
yeah.
to know who Lainey beat out?
No, we wanted
No,
to know
Beyonce.
who Beyonce beat out.
She wasn't in none of these in 2024.
She wasn't.
She
She,
wasn't
didn't.
at the CMAs though.
She didn't win best. Or maybe what did she win?
No, her name ain't
She
nowhere
won-
in none of these.
Was it the Grammys? I don't know. Whatever.
It
She
was
won-
the Grammys. It was the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys.
It's the Grammys. Sorry, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know who she beat out.
Okay, give me a couple more minutes.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, so it's been talked about on Joe Rogan, but I wanted to bring it up to you.
Before we move on,
Sorry,
though, like I really wanted to say, like, if you expected, first of all, if you expected Lil Wayne to put out the Carter 2 again, then what were you expecting?
They wouldn't like it.
And
they wouldn't like if he put out the card too. They'd be like, been there, done that.
You've
heard it,
already
seen
done
it.
that.
You've
Like
already
there
done
was no winning for him, and like I just hate the blatant disrespect, and like you didn't really listen to it. Like this is my thing. You just think you're just hopping on the train of like how everything is now. It's like you're hopping on the train of like it's cool to hate him. It was the same shit for me with the Drake and Kendrick beef. Like everybody picked a side and was like Drake's whack. You know, Drake sucks. Drake's this. Drake's that. Everything. Drake murdered those fucking shit.
If you
like,
now people are going back
people
and
are
talking
starting
about
to come
They're coming
back
and
around.
talking about. They're like, dude,
when me the whole time I was like, listen,
I'm with you. I was with you.
Drake to me, I always said Drake kind of won that shit to me because
He definitely beat him, in my opinion.
I the only reason I'm not going all the way in on it like I would is because like I told you, it's like the court of public opinion is the court of public opinion. Like it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter. Like everybody agrees that they think Kendrick won, blah 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 blah, and he did. If you look at, he went to the Super Bowl, he got Grammys, blah 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 blah. But that shit don't mean nothing to me. And that's what like to go all the way back, to circle back to the Beyonce shit. I'm like, y'all told us for 10 fucking 20 years that the Grammys so white, the Grammys so this, the Grammys not, Grammys hate black people, blah 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 blah. So okay, now they're giving you fucking awards because they feel bad for the last 30 years. Fine. I don't give a fuck if you give Beyonce the shit. I know Lainey Wilson killed country music this year. You know what I'm saying? I know that I fuck with Beyonce, and I'm not belittling nothing that she does, but I know who the fuck really had the country album of the year. Like, I know because I've been listening to country my whole fucking life. It's like, ask and no disrespect to Auntie T, I love this motherfucker, but how many country albums you listen to? Beyonce?
Hey,
Like,
let's talk about it. Let's talk
I
about
mean,
it.
that's all. You can come on and debate me if you want and say like, oh well, I've listened to this one, that one, that one. Okay, cool. Then we can meet in the middle. But like Diamond Rio, but I'm sure you've never heard of Diamond Rio. You know what I'm saying? Like, but point of the matter is like, I'm not about to argue with people who don't like really know. Like,
so we got what we got. So who did she beat out?
It was album of the year.
Album of the year. She beat out. She beat out.
And
Taylor
she got
Swift.
Taylor Swift, Chappelle Roan, Billie Eilish, Jacob Collier.
Yeah, but
Charlie
country.
David, Sabrina
See,
Carpenter, Andre 3000.
Okay, so she might win in that category.
I'm
That was a
glad-
pretty bad category.
yeah.
That was a good category for her to win.
I didn't.
No, but what was the country shit that she won?
Yeah, because they done changed it up for.
Album of the year is fine, whatever. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, they
sure.
just giving it away. But
Giving the prizes.
What do you?
Who cares?
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
yeah,
But
whatever.
I was gonna make a point about Andre 3000. It's like y'all are hating on Wayne for dropping his 1,000 through 1,000, 2,000 through 2018th song. But Andre 3000 puts out a fucking flute album and y'all give him a Grammy.
You got a Grammy for that shit?
Yeah, he did. He got a instrumentalist Grammy or some shit. And he was just nominated for Album of the Year with Cowboy Carter. And all he did was learn how to play the flute. And not even that good. Like, there's... You know what I'm saying? Like...
I did not know that. That's how far behind I am on that shit. But
I love Andre, but I'm just saying, it's like.
But either way, so now they've switched it up to traditional and to contemporary. So does that mean that there's gonna be like, I mean, because who's really making traditional country music nowadays? Zach Top, fucking Oliver Anthony.
Bro, I'll tell you this: no matter what, people will be mad. People be like, because somebody's going to be deciding whether it's country or contemporary or it's new or it's old, it's whatever.
She won the best country album, and she beat out Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton,
no way,
Casey Musgrave, and Post Malone.
Nah, well, fuck Post Malone.
You're
just reading.
But like you
just
said,
like damn, I was just reading this shit.
Shoot the messenger, right? But beating Lainey Wilson, that's a stretch.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't think so.
That fucking Watermelon Moonshine song, whatever that shit was.
Yeah, I mean, put Watermelon Moonshine against anything that was on Beyonce's album. It ain't even close. So,
well,
I just think Lainey got that thing, bro.
Moving on. So, I seen a video today of mosh pitting. Every now and again, the shit pops up, and I'll check it out, and I'll just like kind of check it out. And I've been to concerts where like a legit heavy metal mosh pit has broke out, and I look at it as kind of. This is gonna sound fucked up. People and don't come for me for this, but like it seems kind of fucking nerdy. What mosh pits have become, because back in the day when it was Nirvana or even Foo Fighters or that whole little grunge scene where they just like jumped around and kind of like bumped into each other, it was one thing. But like mosh pits these days, at least from the videos that I've seen and the things that and the ones that I've actually been a part of, is literally just dudes standing there and thrashing and throwing their hands around, hoping to hit somebody in the face or catch a good hit on somebody just to be like, I punched this motherfucker in the mouth. It's like, no, dude, you did,
like,
but
now you're cool.
but you didn't like challenge anybody. You just threw yourself around and you hit somebody in the face. But dude, the video showed like these dudes like getting on stage, and the dude like turned his back to the crowd, put his hand down on like the platform that was right there, and was just throwing donkey kicks back into the crowd, moving down like a couple feet and throwing donkey kicks, stepping over and just like just kicking people in the head. And I'm like, how in the fuck is this in any way a form of dancing? Because mosh pitting was really like, originally it was like, we can't dance, so we're just gonna jump around. This isn't. Now they're just fucking thrash. We had the incident the night in the bar. The dude just thrashing himself around when nobody else was doing it, and he ended up starting, getting into it with us. And it was just one of those situations where just like, dude, this is you're acting like a fucking dork right now.
Well, I think
at least that's my thoughts on
it. No, you're right. But I mean, in a sense, you're right. But it's like, I think it derives from a way to express yourself, and it's like any other thing. And I know we said we weren't going to talk about the riots, but this is a good segue into the riots as far as like, some people have good intentions. Like they're like, listen, we've got pent up aggression and anger, and the shit they're talking about hits us, and like we're just gonna like not try to hurt each other.
But like these dudes are like, you've seen them. They're like,
but you always have people who are gonna like, as far as like protesting, like most people that are protesting are like, they're fed up, they're angry, they're like they're trying to show they're angry. But then you got people who are like, this is fucking awesome, dude. Let's flip a car. Let's burn it. Let's tear up the Apple store. Let's steal everything.
Throw bricks at the police.
And that's the same kind of shit. It's like, you got people who go to fucking rock. You got people who go to rock concerts and like metal concerts, and they're like, some people go there and they're like, I love this fucking band, and they're talking about childhood trauma and like this thing and that thing and how the world doesn't accept them and here we're accepted and like we're gonna fucking
I'll
just
give
like
you prime example.
like
We went, me and my
1 second, Haven, your mama's here. You can go downstairs now. Oh, you chilling?
She feeling the vibes.
You want to say something on the pod? What do you think about all the?
You want a mosh pit real quick?
What'd you think about Cowboy Carter? You liked it?
What I'm talking about? Beyonce's album.
You know Beyonce's album.
This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold'em. Woo, going down. Dum.
You think that deserved album of the year? Country album of the year? You think that's country?
This ain't Texas. That's what I'm talking about. My dog.
Who's the best country singer?
Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go,
baby. The king of country, baby.
King of country without. So, an example of what you were just talking about, like somebody. We went to Rockfest, right? And they had Kill Switch Engage there. First time being a part of this shit. That shit was an experience. But there was this short little dude. He's a black dude of all people at one of these places. Comes plowing through the crowd. He's kind of like bumping into people. He's trying to get like to the front of the stage, like to the mosh pit. And he kind of like bumps into I think he bumped into my brother. But he like bumped into us and like kind of like made his way through. And people were like, oh, what the fuck? This dude turned around, looked at us, and was like,
hey. You guys at least say hi. Say hi, water pod.
Hi.
That's it? That's all you got tonight? All right.
see ya.
See ya.
You don't want your tablet? Okay.
No, she got 2 of them. No, just kidding.
But the punchline to that story was this dude came through, bumped everybody. People got pissed off. He turned around, looked at him, and was like, fuck you. This is my fucking song. And he like just kept on moving to the front of the thing. And everybody was like, respect, dude.
Respect.
He wasn't, but then at the same event, there was a dude, because the mosh pit got to going, and there was this dude in there. This motherfucker had to be 6'6". And I don't know if you've seen how they dress at these things these days, but this dude's walking around. He's got a giant mohawk. His shirt's off. He's not a huge dude, but he's like 6'6" with a Bane mask on. And he's not in this mosh pit to dance.
I was born in the darkness.
He wasn't in this mosh pit to dance or thrash at all. He was literally just looking for people and slugging them, dude. Just right in the face. He punched this girl in the nose, dude. This chick was just dancing around doing like, oh, hey, this is so much fun. Whack. She gets whopped. And her shit starts gushing blood, dude. They pull her out the mosh like right by us and shit. We're like, it just goes to my experience. Like, dude, what is the point of going to a show where you could lose a tooth? Like, these dudes are fucking bamming in this thing, and it's just like, dude, this isn't like.
But I think
that's
like
it's
just because
just
you
weird to me.
You just. But it's always been like that, bro. Like I would
Yeah,
say
I mean,
it hasn't, but it has because I remember.
They should jump around and like bump into each other, super aggressive.
They've been like that, bro.
But dude, if you'd have seen this dude just donkey kicking people in the face, it's like, dude, that's.
But when I was in middle school, my homeboy Philip fucking went to some show. Whoever was big in the fucking, I don't even know. Like, he came back broken fucking arm and like. He wore that shit like a badge of honor, like I broke my arm in the mosh pit. Like, yeah, man, it was so cool. And I was like, that shit sounds whack as fuck. You know what I mean? But it's better than a rap concert. Motherfuckers be like, I got shot and died.
You know who this guy is right here?
No.
M.R. Please tell me. You've heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
So he got his teeth
London.
fixed. He got his teeth fixed, but his shit used to be like damn near touching his nose.
You fucking culture vulture.
Bro, I love this guy, dude.
He's albino, isn't it?
No, he's a white dude.
Ain't it, bruv?
He's from London. What do they call that shit? Patois? That they speak?
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Gingers are black.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Them boys happy about that shit.
See.
But this dude kills me, bro. He's like, if you look up his freestyles, he said, oh, I know you've seen this dude, bro.
It's like, I don't know, you're kind of giving me Shaggy vibes, where it's like, this ain't really you.
Well, I don't.
You ever seen Shaggy? He's like, hello, nice to meet
Isn't
you.
he from,
How
like,
are you doing?
Connecticut or some shit?
Probably.
I think Shaggy's from like somewhere upstate or up north.
Mr. Bombastic.
But his mom was Jamaican or something.
Nah, I mean,
I love this guy.
He's
All he does is talk about fucking girls. It's like, dude, does he
talk
really
about girls or talk about fucking girls?
Fucking girls.
Oh, okay.
Like having sex with girls.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
So he probably has sex with boys.
Does he really score that much?
Mm-mm.
We have to have a female on here to be like, nah, Ain't no damn way, dude.
No way. Nobody want to fuck that.
That's my guy, though. I love to see him pop up on my shit.
Pause.
Gay. He's gay.
You with I meant to ask you this last week. I thought it was a good topic of like, is loyalty more important than happiness? Because this is what I was saying. Like,
that's a tough one.
It can apply to a lot of fucking parts of life, but I was thinking about like, how many times do you stay at like a job because you really care about the people there, you really care about the people that own it, maybe you really care about your coworkers or the things that are going on, and it's like you're fucking miserable because like maybe you don't make enough money or the hours are shit, the job is shit.
Mean, you're answering my answer. My answer would be no. Loyalty is not more important than happiness.
Yeah. And sometimes, but I
if
think
being loyal makes you, if you're being loyal to somebody and it makes you happy, you just love that person that much, and you're not what's the word? You're not hurting yourself. You're not being detrimental to your shit. And you want to be loyal to it, and you're content. I mean, when we talking about if you're loyal, like, are we talking extremes? Like, you're gonna either be loyal and miserable or happy and disloyal? Then I would definitely still say happiness.
Oh yeah. I mean,
because think about, I don't know.
Well, loyalty. It's better to be loyal and unhappy than not loyal and happy in the sense of
I go with happy because only one person's laying on that deathbed with you. It's you.
Well, I mean, I guess the way I'm saying it is wrong. Is like if you're being like conniving and backstabbing.
Yeah, that's different. Now, just to
make yourself happy.
Yeah, now that's different.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
but at the other side of it is like if you're being loyal but you're unhappy, you know, like.
I'll give you an example. You remember the show? It's kind of extreme, but you remember the show Sons of Anarchy? Mm-hmm. Do you know the guy? I forget what his name was. Kurt. I think the guy's
Metzger?
name.
No, that's a comedian.
No, Kurt. The guy's name is Kurt something.
Yeah.
He was the writer of the show, but he also played the dude that was in prison the whole time, Otto. Yeah. And in the show, he was like,
he's not the writer, Kurt.
Yeah. The guy.
Otto's not.
The guy who plays. I'm pretty sure
the big dude.
No.
Who's the big dude?
Opie.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
No,
Otto.
The dude that's in prison he's the writer of the show, I think.
Yeah.
And in the show, he's in prison and he's like, I guess like set to get out, but then the club's like, yo, we need you to start doing some shit on the inside, but it's gonna cost you some more time. Long story short, if you know the show, he ends.
Kurt Sutter.
Kurt Sutter. He was the writer.
Yeah. And
he played Otto. I think he did.
Yeah.
But in the show, he ends up pretty much, he loses his one of his eyes. He loses his tongue. He goes through it gets like all this bad shit happens to him in the show just because he's loyal to his motorcycle club.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
So it's like he's being good, he's not being bad to them. That it's to their own detriment. Yeah. So I mean, it's a little bit of extreme, but like if you talk about,
I mean, it's facts. Like, I mean, I don't know when I was thinking about it, because I was thinking about how many times I've been just like loyal to people or things to my own detriment. You know what I'm saying? And like, and not to say I was like completely unhappy, but it was just like, am I doing this because sometimes you're doing things because you don't want to upset the other.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like, is that really worth it? And especially like I see a lot of like in marriages as well. Like that's part of it too. Like where it's like you're so loyal to this person, this thing, what you have, that it's like you'll sacrifice like your happiness, your everything, just because you're loyal. And it's like I don't know. I guess the question popped up to me because I'm such a loyal person. Like if I've ever loved you, I still love you. Like I've never like created a distance between like that, and like maybe it's something I need to work through, because like once I love you, like it's hard for me to like ever hate you after that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to ever be like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I've ever like fuck with you that way, like I got love for you like that, like it's really hard to like.
Yeah. Well, I think everything has their. I think things really do have their seasons. I mean, marriage is supposed to be for life, but there are you and I have both been around couples that you're like, there was a time where they were all about each other, and now they're just like miserable around each other, and you're like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah.
Is it stability?
Well,
is it loyalty?
I mean, relationships go through the honeymoon phase, where it's like it's
I mean,
fun.
I'm talking about people that have been together like 15, 17, 18 years that are finally like, yo, done. Speaking of loyalty, JoJo Siwa has decided she is no longer loyal to being gay. Have you seen this?
I did see something about that. Now she's.
You know what's weird?
But I don't know if she was ever like. Well, she said she was gay, but I think.
Yeah, but this is what trips me out about it. Is she jumped up on that pedestal for that whole community thing to be like.
On that thing,
she's like she's up and down on that thing, right? But like she was like so super gay that she was anti-straight. I feel like you can be so extreme something that you appear anti the other thing. Like if you're like super pro-black, you can end up looking anti-white.
Yeah. Or vice versa. Yeah.
But like she's apparently in like found her soulmate in some dude now, and you're like, I thought you was like super duper gay, and that was like, that's a weird thing.
But we're old, dude, because I think like back in the day, it was like. You're either straight or gay.
Yeah, you took a stance. Like, you picked a side, and that was that.
Yeah, but now it's like, you either stand for, like... And I feel like this is where JoJo was, is she kind of... And, who's the other? Demi Lovato?
Yeah, she was them day for a minute.
But she was also on some, like... Yeah,
on some gay girl shit, or... Yeah.
Well, not even gay, just, like, anything goes. Anything, and I think that's how I think that's, like, the new gay, is, like... You can't just be like, oh, I'm a guy and I like boys, I'm gay, and like, no, you're just like, I like everything kind of thing. Like, I like boys, sense. I like girls who are boys, I like girls who were boys, I like boys who were girls, I like guys who were, I like guys who dress up like they're girls, I like girls who dress up like they're guys, it's like you just supporting like a blanket.
You went to one of her concerts though, right? You went to a JoJo Siwa concert.
Yes.
And did she not like kind of make that announcement like it's cool to be gay? Like
she did. But but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think she was saying like, oh, it's I don't think she was saying like it's okay to be just. She was just saying it's okay to be whoever you are, kind of shit. Like,
and just for like a disclaimer, like we're not anti-gay. It's just I just think it's weird that she took such a hard stance on her sexuality to be like, I love girls, like I'm a lesbian, like I'm this, and then all of a sudden she's with this dude and she's like, oh yeah, that little thing I said. And he's like he was like riding for that shit. Speaking of such
I've always tried to tell people this too. Like, funny enough, today there was this old lady coming to look at material or whatever, like lay out her house. At my office today, and I was walking to grab something, and I walked by her, and she was like, she grabbed my arm. She's like 70 something lady. She grabbed my arm and was like, "Can I ask?" Because I walked into this office because we got a showroom and there's offices all off of it, and I was walking into this office to grab something, and I walked back out, and she like grabbed my arm and was like, "Can I ask you a question?" I was like,
I'm taken.
I'm like, yeah.
And that thing dried up.
I was like, yeah. But then she like wanted to walk me back into this office. It ain't my office. And like she walked over to this office, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought she had saw something because we got like different stones set up and like bent like desks that are built out of stones. So I thought she was asking like this. You
knocked down grandma there?
Oh yeah. I gave her a Metamucil.
Yeah. Hey, no teeth. Yeah. I'm just trying to say.
But she pulled me in there, pulled me to the side, and was like, "Did those hurt? Like, did those tattoos hurt?" And I was like, "What the fuck? We could have talked about this out there. I don't know what the fuck's going on." I'm like, "Yeah, they fucking." I was like, "Yeah, they hurt." She's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, they hurt." And she was like, "Well, her grandson or whatever has tattoos and stuff." And she was like, but all his are like here, but like the neck, like do they hurt?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, why'd you get them?" And I was like, well, because I was young and dumb. I was like, I haven't had a tattoo in years. Like, I don't,
Shit,
you know,
you
like.
probably had a tattoo in like a decade.
Well, I did get this. I got this one right here, and this, or this one, and this mason jar one, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. But other than that, like that's the first one. Like, yeah, like long time. Like, and I was just young and dumb. Like, if I could go back, I would have none. Like, honestly, like, I love tattoos when they were like, they fit me. Like, I'm not in the mold. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I say this all the time. Fucking cops and paramedics and fucking doctors have half sleeves and shit. I'm like, it's just JoJo Siwa now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gay. Like, fuck, who wants a tattoo? Like, if cops can have tattoos, then why the fuck I want a tattoo? Like, and I ain't got nothing against cops. I love, like, I'm glad y'all keep us safe, bro. I'm gonna keep me safe first, but if you show up later, thank you.
Just know we got it.
But regardless, like,
for like 8 minutes, please hurry. But what I found,
like I was trying to tie it into, like, it's just like when you're younger, you think you want these things, you know, and that could be tattoos, that could be piercings, that could be the way you dress, that could be your sexual interests, like all that shit, like, and I'm almost 40 now, you know, I'm in my late 30s, and I can give a fuck about tattoos. Like, tattoos used to be the fucking world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted them on my face. Thank God I didn't fucking do that. Yeah. Like, thank God I had Raven to be like, don't fucking do that. You know, like, put them wherever you want. Just, like, come on. That's your face, bro. That's your face. Like, thank God I had somebody.
Look at these young kids now. Oh,
and they do this shit. And, like, and I don't care. Like, I see somebody with tattoos. I don't judge them because I'm not, obviously, I'm tatted the fuck up. And some people do judge you, but I almost feel like the same reason I got tattoos was like, judge me. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, I think you know where I'm going with this, where it's like, oh, I'm going to get this nose piercing, and anytime somebody says something about my nose piercing, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's what's wrong. That's why I got the nose piercing, because I'm different, and I'm cool, and I'm not like you, and I'm like with the emo people and fucking tattoo people and gay people and trans people. Like, some people are just like that. Like, me, I don't ever be like, look at my tattoos, man. Like, I'm not in my pictures. Like,
well, they're not part of your identity.
I got my money out and like, or gold teeth. Like, hey man, what you do? You know, some people who like want to show off their gold teeth. Hey, what's up, man?
They make sure they don't even smile. They just do that shit, that dumb shit.
Up, man? You know, and like, you know, people with tattoos, they be like, taking pictures like this,
shirts
like,
off and
show
shit.
my shit. Yeah, look at this.
Damn.
Like,
what I found interesting was that you said like the lady felt like she needed to duck off with you to be like, whisper about your tattoos. Like, oh my god. Like, it's like look, grandma. Like, we good. Everything good. Like, we allowed to have these things now.
Yeah.
She's like acting like you,
like
in a speakeasy.
You see my fucking hair?
Yeah.
It's like
her being like, oh my god, you fucking have tattoos in this day and age. Yeah. Did it hurt? Is it cool? Like, like.
I wanted to tell her, like,
2025.
we ain't gotta go in here. Like, ask everybody about me. I'm the fucking manager here. Like, that's how it is now. Yeah. Like, I'm not the lowly fucking guy who couldn't fucking get a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the fucking dumbass bum. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
this shit didn't hinder me from getting a job.
No.
Especially
and like, I don't know.
Did you So he had it on for a little bit there, but have you seen this girl, Sierra from Kentucky, the rapper girl?
I love her.
Okay, I'm glad that you do, because I do not. I cannot stand her, and I'm glad we can have this talk.
Okay.
Because there's usually an echo chamber in here. I can't stand her for this reason. Dude, it's weird that you like her, because I really thought that you weren't gonna like her, because I can't get. It's hard for me to connect or find any interest with somebody like a female rapper who's so masculine. And to me, she's very masculine. She's very aggressive and very macho and shit. And she talks, and we talk about like how like tattoos and like making this whole thing like part of your identity. She goes so hard on the country. She makes sure to like throw such a. It may be natural for her. I'm not saying it ain't, but like on the record, she's like, oh, I have a super duper thick Kentucky draw, and I'm gonna make that my gimmick. So I'm gonna make sure to throw in that I'm so country, man, talking about my pussy and my this and that, and I'm just like, dude, that shit is like immediate like turn off, not sexually but just like it's some I just look at and I go, I'm not with that. And to play both sides of the thing, I don't like when male rappers talk about like dicking down girls. Like it's not appealing to me to just be that. It sound me of all people, but like be that fucking like that explicit sexually. Like I don't know. It's just a turn off for me. Like, dude, there's so much more to say in this world. Like in you're resorting to that to just being like, I have the best pussy in the world. Like, really? Like that's all you got?
Yeah.
I'm so super duper country and I have the best pussy in the world. Wow, so interesting.
I agree with you. I've said this on the pod. I don't like when girls are masculine. So it is weird that I really fuck with her. But she can rap.
I disagree.
You haven't. Maybe you haven't dug deep enough.
I've dug, dude.
She has bars. She can rap. She has cadence. She has flow. Like
the girl who's killing it is the girl named Wynn. Wynn. That girl be killing it. But she's on that. But I have the best pussy in the world shit too. But
she's also bars. Like it's the same shit with I don't know. I fuck with Big C. That's all I'm gonna say. What? She does her thing. Like she can like if you dig into all her freestyles, like she's got some fucking bars and she can fucking spit. Like that's what I like. And she's young, so like to us it might not be the craziest shit ever, but she's like she respects the art, even though like I don't like the whole like sexualized shit for sure. I'm not big on that, but to me she respects the art. Like she understands how to put bars together. She understands how to put rhymes together. Like this ain't fucking Sexy Red. This ain't.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like
she's definitely better than Sexy Red.
That's what I'm saying. Like
better than Glorilla to me.
Yeah, and Glorilla, I'm not a hater on Glorilla, but she's better than Glorilla, and like club. I'm like, so I would like to hear them on a song together, honestly. But I just think like
I think the biggest thing that bugs me is the way that she's made her accent her shtick, her thing. Like because if she didn't have the accent, would she be that? Would it be that dope? If you take away that attribute, the accent, because what is she really rapping?
I mean,
about?
I think if
being from the country, she's really rapping. Everything that I've heard her rapping, and I've dug in a little bit and heard some shit, but everything that she does is talking about being from the country.
Yeah, but I think most of it is more like we used to be. Like she's young, you gotta remember that. It's like she's on some battle rap shit. She's on some fuck y'all, fuck this. I get that. I'm the best, this and that. I get that,
but you know what? It's a turnoff for me. You know what else is a turnoff for me? Seeing dudes sag their pants. When we were younger, I sagged my pants. Yeah. But now it bugs me to see. Yeah. I was at a restaurant.
We're getting old, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's what it is. Are we getting old man?
For sure.
Old
we're
man
getting
mad?
old as fuck, dude.
Old head mad?
My next door neighbor, bro, they fucking decided they're gonna play basketball till fucking midnight every night now, and out in the street, and I'm like dude, I want to go out there and Clint Eastwood. He's like, get the fuck off my lawn, because they sitting in my shit, chilling, yelling, and I mean,
but we were that age once.
Yeah, so and they're not fucking out there fucking causing havoc. They're playing basketball at least. The only gripe I have is that them motherfuckers just like I feel like we were more respectful about the way we talked. You know what I'm saying? And in the sense of like,
maybe not me. I had bad mouth.
Yeah, but you weren't like, you fucking bitch, motherfucker. Yeah. You bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. N-word, bitch. Like, you weren't like yelling the shit and just acting an ass. Like, we all like cuss, but we were like, it was more like, man, fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. Yeah. Like, we were never like, just blatantly just absolutely crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
to go back to the Big C thing though. I see when I caught
Big C kills shit.
When I first like kind of came across her shit.
Came on to her.
Yeah. When I came across her shit, and I was like, oh my god, she's doing this country rap thing. She's so duper country, and I immediately my brain went to Yellow Wolf, right? And I was like, well, damn, Yellow Wolf kind of did the same thing. Like when he came out, he was on some country shit, but then I had to like retract myself and be like, but then again, no, he wasn't, because if you really go back to like his early shit, he was on some skateboarder shit. Like when he that song "Kicking," I'm kicking, like he was still on some country shit, but he was like, you could tell like he was tapped into some completely other, like he's like a super duper influenced by hip hop shit, because and he's shown that in just his evolution as an artist. He's gone from being who he started out with that Catfish Billy thing, which he still kind of carries around, but he went into like pop rock. He went into a little more like real fucking country music and back to hip hop. Like,
yeah, but I feel like if this girl would have like had a New York accent, like she's from Kentucky.
I don't know,
I'm saying if she had a New York accent, you would hate it more. Is what I'm saying.
All she raps about is being country. That's her whole thing, and that's what just like it's like if it was for like one song, cool, got it, good. But to like, if she was able to just switch it up and talk about, I don't know, I don't even know what you would rap about these days, as far as a girl goes.
If you're 21 years old and you're from Kentucky and you're
you
a
rap
girl,
about
like,
having the best pussy in all of Kentucky.
I mean, I probably would.
But that's the other thing. She's not a pretty girl, so like, she's skin and bones. So you're like, really that good? I mean.
Well, you saw that she was fat as fuck.
No.
You ain't see it, so you ain't been that deep.
Maybe I didn't dig deep enough.
Yeah, you did.
She's on that Ozempic.
No, she had medical condition.
Oh, it looks like her teeth are too big for her face.
No,
now I'm just being petty. I'm sorry, Big C. If you listen to this, I'm sorry. That wasn't nice. And
she was like, she talked about it because she wrote that, like her big one that everybody's fucking with, we curvy, baby. We from the dirty, baby. We curvy, baby. Everybody's like, you ain't curvy. You're a beanpole, blah, 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 blah. She wrote that shit because she was like 200 something pounds. And then she got, what was it? Gallbladder taken out or type, some condition that made it where she lost like 100 fucking pounds. Like, so she's like never been this skinny. You know what I mean? So everybody fucking with her, talking shit about her not having curves and shit. But
speaking of conditions and rappers and all that shit, have you seen?
Did he die?
No. Have you seen what went on with him?
Died.
Dude, that dude was in. Can you turn the song on just for a minute? Did you hear a little snippet of it? Listen, I'm always gonna be biased towards Crazy Bone, dude. That is my dude. But he went through a little health. Because he had a.
He went gospel though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was just talking about.
Was it? I mean, Bone's always been on that like kind of like touching on the God thing. But he had like some lung disease, but they knew about that shit for like I think like 10 or 15 years, and it finally just kind of caught up to him and it almost killed him. But now I noticed like a new life to him. Like he's like back, dude. They're about to go on tour with 3-6 Mafia and Tech 9. I wanted to go see them, but the nearest place they're coming is Charlotte. Busy Bone's even going on the tour. Believe this shit?
I wouldn't care about Tech 9.
Ain't no way.
What? But dude, I don't know if you know the back history. Like Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia did not like each other when they all first came out. Them, Crucial Conflict, Tech 9, they all had beef with each other. Well, they all
said they said 36 was still in their style, but
didn't they have the beef on the rap battle when they was
Busy's a fucking
throwing shit at each other?
Busy Bones.
That wasn't 3-6 though. That was it was
yeah. Busy Bones a loose cannon, bro. He'll fly off, dude. He's always been Bone Thugs' biggest problem.
Both of them are
Can
now.
I get a brewski, Jeffrey?
Both of them now are probably like, we need money.
Yeah.
Well,
let's get along. Let's go on tour, guys.
The truth of it is Crazy Bone always kind of had a connection. If what I understand, Crazy Bone always had a connection with DJ Paul. They always liked each other. They did a couple songs together and shit. But back in the day, fucking. And DJ Smalls, like DJ Paul, when Eminem said that shit, I said that shit fuck me. I'm straight up. Appreciate it. But back in the day, it was a beef over who rapped fast, like the double time and shit, like the fast rap shit.
Yeah.
Because
and I never understood it because I'm like, I mean, they rap
Well, Lord Infamous was really the one out of 3 6 Mafia that rapped.
It wasn't even close, though. I didn't understand it, though.
Well, they made the beef with Twisted, too, and Lazy Bone even said it. They were like, I mean, yeah, he raps fast, but we rap entirely differently. Like Twisted's like a rapper. Like, he's like, like going down the line, just triple, double time and shit. He's like, and Bone was on some, like, singy-songy kind of fast rap. Like, yeah, we fucking, you know, we kind of rapped a little quicker. But we also doing like a lot of singing stuff because like when they started out, they was like singers. Like they wanted to be like some little singy song kind of guys, bunch of Al Green and like shit like that. So yeah, it was weird. But what I was getting at is just it's cool. It's cool to see that they've all kind of grown and matured enough to be like, yo, we made some timeless shit back in the day. Why would we be against each other? And we 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we gonna be against each other now? That's young boy shit. Let's go make some fucking money, dude.
Shit, I saw DJ Paul was in the lab with Lil White making a song.
Oh, I did see that.
That shit sounded dope as fuck. I was like, let me hear that shit, dog.
Dude, how much of an impact did that dude make when he came out? The first Lil White album, the second Lil White album.
Yeah, we was on that.
Pretty much everything he did with Hypnotize, but he was like, psh. This dude was the shit.
Well, that's what I miss too is albums, man. Now it's mainly just songs. It's like we used to have albums.
Yeah, we did. Skits. We had intros, outros.
Dude, stop me if you heard this, but this shit, I almost sent this shit to you because it cracked me the fuck up, dude. It was like dumbest questions you've ever asked, and not take a good one, which that's not a question, a statement, but this dude, so he was talking about, he worked with this guy who was missing his left hand, right, and he's like, dude, but every day he's working with this dude, and the dude wears a watch on his on his arm that he's missing his hand or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and he was like, can't ask him this shit, you know what I'm saying? But he finally built up the courage and he was like, dude, why the fuck you wearing the watch on the arm? You don't have a hand. Like, why don't you wear it on the other arm? He was like,
how am I supposed to wind this bitch?
He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to put it on? He was like, I felt so fucking stupid. Like, how would I put the bitch on? But because he was thinking like us, like, how that shit don't fall off, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta watch over here, like, it's just like he's just watching them all day, like, that shit gonna fall off or what? He's
dude,
like,
they make.
Why don't you put it on your other hand? He's like,
I bet he could do it though. I bet if he challenged him, he could do it.
He probably could. Probably use his foot and shit. You know
dude,
what I'm saying?
So I have.
You see that armless dude playing cornhole?
He has no legs either, right?
No, he's got legs.
I've seen a no leg, no arm motherfucker play cornhole.
What's he doing?
No,
that shit?
he fucking.
Oh, so he's got like.
Like, dude, they're like here.
Oh, okay.
But he's raw with this shit.
Oh,
dude.
I seen this old dude who's like, I guess, blown up in fucking Vietnam. He has like shoulders off, no arm.
Right there.
And yeah, no, okay, that's that dude.
Dude, watch it. Watch homie get it, bro.
Oh shit! Damn. Hey, Jeff. Well, then look up my guy. No arms. Cornhole.
He got no arms or legs.
Yeah, no arms or legs.
No, this other dude uses his feet.
Could you imagine?
This other dude uses his feet.
Listen, could you imagine losing cornhole to this guy? What can you say, dude? I lost to a motherfucker with no arms, no legs. So I have it, but while you look that up, I have 2 no arm stories. You know one of them, but I don't know if I've told it on the podcast, but it's so funny.
That's the worst shit ever.
So the first one was I was in the mall. I seen this dude that I went to school with, and we talking about rap shit, and he was like, "Oh, this is my producer right here. He makes all my beats. Y'all need to get up." Motherfucker had no arms. He had the joints was cut off right at the elbows.
It's the same guy.
He
this is like lower level shit. Maybe cornhole with your feet. I don't know how to find them.
Alright.
That should be against the. Well, I guess it can't be against the rules. Throwing it with your feet. But anyways, this dude reached out his hand to dap me up with his nubby nub, and my dumb ass stuck my hand out, and dude had like a little grip. He like grab. I'm like, dude, Christina was with me and shit. I was like, as soon as we walked out, all right, I gotta see. I dapped him up. I didn't know what to do with my hand. Like, as we walked away, I was just like, I don't like that shit. That shit felt weird. But the other joint, the other time, dude, was back in the day when you had to.
I ain't sure. Like I don't
It was the top one with the green, I think.
That was the same guy.
Was it? Yeah. No, right there. That's the same guy.
I don't know.
You having the Mandela effect right
He
now?
looks like
no. We'll show you on the next episode, man. Fuck it. I'm telling you, it's an old ass dude. He's like 70 years old. He takes his left foot, slides the bag on his right foot. Fucking, it takes him a second to get it up on there. He gotta weigh it out, shit, and then he fucking kicks it. That's how he throws the bag.
Is he in the professional league? Or is
No,
this
this like
backyard?
Yeah, it's a TikTok shit. That's what I'm saying. They're only showing you professional cornhole. Like, how gay is that? Who sponsored that? JoJo Siwa?
My bad.
And Rolex.
Damn, bro. Money. Would you rather have wealth or knowledge? Knowledge all day, huh? Money.
I don't know, man. Floyd Mayweather's super rich and can't read.
He ain't gotta talk to nobody.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't need to read. All I know numbers."
douche. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
See, when you ask questions like that, you gotta ask things like, "Are we talking extreme? Like you're a fucking complete idiot and rich, or are you completely broke and really smart?"
It's still money.
Because if you're like completely fucking broke and super duper smart, yeah, you're smart. I would think that your smarts are gonna make you some money.
That's kind of a rhetorical question. Because if you are, if you're that fucking smart, you're gonna have
if
money.
You're super duper smart, you're gonna figure out. It's like asking somebody, would you rather be strong or limber? And when you answer the question, you gotta ask like, okay, am I like super duper flexible, like contortionist, and like a fucking pipsqueak, like tiny, no arms, or am I just super duper strong and can't move? Like you're so strong, you just can't. Like, is it an extreme situation? Because I don't know. This is questions you gotta ask.
Yeah.
Because
it's like so. I just had so this gonna be probably not good content because you won't know what I'm talking about. But I just had a guy come down to dial in our CNC, right? And because I started I started managing this company or whatever, and I don't really know about the CNC like that. Like I've not been around it. I went to Minnesota, learn the programming side of it, whatever. Well, I just wanted cost us a lot of money to bring him down here, but I was like, I want my CNC to be at 0, like all the axes at 0, everything good. You know what I'm saying? I want to start at ground zero because I'm a smart guy. Like, if I have it where I'm not chasing down fucking ghosts, you know what I'm saying? Where I know like we're at 0, so I know, like, is this parameter wrong? Is that wrong? Is this fucked up? Is that fucked up? Like, I can start. If you start me from scratch, I'm good. But if I'm trying to backtrack everything, then that's a one thing. But the point of the matter is, you're talking about, like, knowledge and being smart. Like, sometimes knowledge is, like, you don't have to necessarily be smart. It's just you know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy that came down, not saying he's not smart, but I remember we got to a part where we're calibrating some shit and math, like we're talking about thousands, 10,000s, like subtracting this from that. We got to offset it this way or that way. You know what I'm saying? And like for him, he's pulling out his calculator to do it, and me, I'm like, well, it's this, it's that, like as soon as we got the number, it's like, this is 2.005 and this side's 1.993, and it's like, okay, so we got to shift it how much? And it's like calculator. I'm like, I'm already like, boom, 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 boom. This is what it is. Like, we got to shift because you got to split it, half it this way, that way, whatever. But it just like showed me like, knowledge, you might, it's like with schooling and shit, it's like you might know it because you're the guy that's getting paid, but it's more or less like I haven't been shown it yet. You know, I haven't been shown how to like get to this and then do the math. You know what I mean? Like what do I have to press? Where do I have to go? What do I have to like do? And then once I know that, it's like, okay, all the other shit's easy to me. You know, it's just like knowledge is more or less like, I guess it's what it is. It's knowing. It's like, sometimes it ain't like IQ, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It ain't how smart you are. It's just like,
well, yeah, I think
somebody that's you might be way more brilliant and smart than this person. But when they put you, it's like a fish out of water. When they put you in somewhere you've never been, it's like the dumbest motherfucker that has way more experience than you. I guess that's the way to put it, is like,
what you're getting at is you're basically explaining that knowledge is subjective, and you're right.
Exactly.
There's a difference between being smart, clever, brilliant, knowledgeable on a subject. It's subjective.
Yeah.
People who just like know how to
experience is way different than like true knowledge.
Absolutely.
Like or like you said,
it's
brilliance and experience.
Well, in the professional world, like people look at education and they're like, yeah, that shit's cool, but like if all you've ever done, like let's say as a doctor, right? Let's say you come out of school. What is medical school? 8 years. You come out of school, you were the best kid in your class, you were the smartest kid in your class, you got the best grades, this and this and this and that. That's all good and well. You are in the emergency. You are in an emergency surgery with the smartest person in the class, and a doctor who is in like the old school but has been a doctor for 30 years. Who you think's the better doctor? It's obviously the dude who's been in the game for 30 years. That's who I want operating on me. Somebody who's seen more, because really experience is going to get you a wider range of knowledge than just reading a book.
For sure.
I could read a book on how to fly a plane, but do you want me to get you to Oklahoma?
Fuck no.
No, you want the motherfucker that's been doing this shit for a long time. Mm-hmm. I heard a funny joke about being pilots, actually. I know it's kind of a little bit of a subject switch, but they're like, women pilots. It's like a thing, right? Like, what are they going to do whenever women are like, it's got to be weird for the male pilots when they have a women co-pilot going, watch out, hi, slow down, put your seatbelt on, sit up. What are we doing? I wish I could quote it was a female colleague that did it. I wish I could quote her, but yeah.
Were you the one that told me the joke about the genie outside the bar? We already no.
Sounds familiar. I didn't tell it to you.
You sure?
Maybe. What's the joke? He likes the idea. He's laughing at the idea of a joke. It's about to be funny.
So like a guy walks out of a bar and he sees a dude with like a 15-foot stick waving it around and shit, you know, and he's like, damn, where'd you get that stick? He's like, you don't believe it. There's a genie around the corner granting wishes. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard this,
yeah. So I already told you.
Something about ducks. He's like, you think
I thought you told me this.
I ain't hear it. Keep it rolling.
Oh, so the dude walks outside. Dude's waving around a big fucking stick. You know what I'm saying? He's like, dude, where'd you get that fucking stick? He's like, you won't believe this shit, man. There's a genie around the corner granting wishes. So the dude walks around the corner, sees the genie. And he's like, I'll grant you one wish, and one wish only. And the dude's like, all right, I want $1 million. Million fucking deer in the street.
I'm about to say, okay, I got you.
So he walks around the corner with the fucking million deer, and the dude's like, he's like, hey man, what the fuck's wrong with this genie? You know what I'm saying? He's like, you think I'm wish for a big ass stick?
Oh, got him.
Got him.
Good shit. Okay.
Got him.
I was thinking about something the other day.
All right, let's think about it.
What is one thing that you use every day? You put an ass of trust in, but if it goes wrong, it could kill you or somebody else.
I mean, I think the off the top head would be like a car.
Yeah, brakes on the car.
God damn, man. Yeah, fucking, that's what I was gonna say, brakes.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's the first thing popped in.
You're right. Yeah,
that's first thing popped in my head.
Your cell phone.
Yeah.
So Joe Rogan has a whole bit on being like, does anybody know how any of this shit works? Microphones, cell phones. Does anybody know? It's like if society went to complete shit, like annihilation, like everything, like the grid goes down. Can anybody rebuild this shit? Anybody in this room? No, nobody can do this shit. It'd be a week before we're back in the caves fighting off fucking monsters.
Right.
Well, my theory on all that shit is that whether it's aliens or not, I don't know, but we have all the technology we're ever gonna have, right?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
No. I'm saying like we don't. I'm saying like the human race, like populace, has somebody already had. Like for instance, the iPhone 1. When they made the iPhone 1, they already had the technology for the iPhone 15, but they're like, we're not gonna give them that. Like they already have the iPhone 25, 30, like they have everything, but they've already decided like, okay, iPhone 1 will give them like texting. Oh, they'll be happy about texting. iPhone 2 will give them like iMessage, like where, and then iPhone 3 will give them FaceTime. iPhone 4 will give them like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. Is like somebody already has all the technology we'll ever have.
China.
You get what I'm saying?
China.
Yeah. What I'm just saying is like, to me it feels like,
I mean, how much can you do? I mean, what do you? I mean, it's got to run out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what happens?
well, I feel like 200 years ago, for instance, we didn't have electricity. 200 years ago, we didn't have electricity, and I feel like the gap is closed. Like once we had this, we had that, and like I feel like they figured out like you can't give them everything at once. Like if they could go back, they'd be like, we'll give you a light bulb. Like if they could go back before electricity was invented, they were like,
fuck the whole house. You get one room at a time.
that's what I'm saying. It's like if they could go back and be like,
Carry your light bulb from room to room.
Yeah.
if we could go back, they'd be like, okay, let's just give them like this thing that would light the room, a lantern, right? It's a candle, but now we have a lantern. And then they already know we could power the whole city off of this shit.
Well, maybe, but the only reason that I would disagree is because people are greedy. They were like, let's get one household to buy 1,000 light bulbs, because one light bulb.
No,
yeah,
you're
they
right.
can-
You're
they can
right.
use
You're
it,
right.
but we need
I'm saying
all
they
the
didn't
money.
know that then, but what they know now is like
I understand.
if we have 10 phones worth of technology,
Just give it in moderation.
give it in moderation. Like say, okay, now we have a 4K phone, a 4K photo, but we're not going to tell them we can do 10K yet. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to tell them about 10K for 4 more phones. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to sell 4 more phones in the sense of like, okay, you got 4K, now you got 6K, now you got 8K. They had 10K since before they had 4K. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. I feel like they have all the technology they're selling us. It's just they're breaking it up, because if they give it all today, then what are they going to do tomorrow?
Is it like the cure for cancer? Is that kind of similar thing?
I mean,
Like,
I'm not.
They got a cure.
Like they know how to cure cancer, but they just make so much money treating it.
Well, it's just to populate.
Well, I mean, I heard.
You gotta die, people.
I heard the other day on a podcast that they make. Is it two? It's like something like $2 billion a year treating type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
So why would they want people to not be fat?
Right.
Because they could literally say, we're not selling Fruity Pebbles no more. We're not selling soda no more.
Yeah.
We're not selling fucking any of that shit no
If
more.
they really cared, right?
If they really cared.
Well, it's
but
the movie The Do-Over. If you've seen the movie The Do-Over on Netflix with Adam Sandler and David Spade, please tell me y'all have seen The Do-Over.
Yeah.
So in the movie The Do-Over, Adam Sandler has cancer, and he knows somebody that has the cure to it. So they go on. The whole thing in the movie is like, we can find this cure to cancer, and there's a bunch of people that are preventing that from happening. Why? Because they can make billions of. If they want to play the greed game, they can make billions of dollars off the cure for cancer. They could just sell the cure for cancer for really expensive. And,
Yeah.
and the dude's like, they would lose trillions
Yeah.
in treating it.
In a day.
That's like I'm putting food dye in cereal.
Food dye in the cereal, bro. RFK.
Red 40, bro.
RFK doesn't want food dye in the cereal.
Red 40.
Dude,
Red 40
I
will
don't eat
fuck you
cereal
up.
anymore.
I
but
quit
it's
eating- I quit
it's
eating
doing
it too.
something to
I
the
don't eat
younger.
milk
It's doing
either.
something.
Dude, do you remember back in the day?
Don't matter. I'm still
And
fat
the
no
milk-
matter what I eat.
Yeah.
It's the beer, bro.
It's the beer and the Jim Beam. Do y'all remember back in the day? that they said if you drank Mountain Dew, your dick would be small. Do y'all remember that?
I remember that.
They said like yellow number 5
I
or
drank a
something.
lot of that shit.
Yeah, I hated Mountain Dew.
And my
it
dick
ain't
small
true.
as a
It ain't true.
motherfucker.
It ain't true.
I didn't drink Mountain Dew and still
It
ain't work. But damn, but it was funny that we as kids knew that there was something. Food coloring. We put that shit in everything. We dye our eggs in it. We put it in just all kind of shit to
Seems
make.
like
funny.
you don't see it a lot no more, like you used to.
Well, like it's funny that we as kids knew that something as minuscule as food coloring could cause some kind of some ailment to you, make your dick small. But little did we know, red number 5 is making your kids autistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some weird stuff. It's like you think of something that's just like that, but it's like, dude, I look at some shit sometimes and I'm like, how did we as I might have even said this on the podcast before. How did we as a human species decide this is food?
Yeah.
Slushies. What the fuck is that about?
I mean, I think for the most part, in America, because we're Americans,
Yeah.
it's money based. Like,
Yeah.
people buy this shit, they like this shit, then fuck it. You know?
Have you seen
it's
fruit-
same
have you
shit.
seen,
like nothing is set up to be like back in the day where it's like, how can we survive? How can we
Right. Primitive.
be? Yeah, primitive's a good word.
Not primitive.
No,
not
you're
primitive
right.
as much as like
You're right,
caveman
but
shit, but just like yeah.
But it used to be, how can we
Way
be
less-
better?
way
How
less
can we
sophisticated.
thrive?
Yeah.
Like, how can we thrive? And now it's more so like, how
Yeah.
can I thrive? How can I make
Yeah.
the most money
Capitalist shit. But have you seen the fucking Fruit Loops in Canada?
possible? Like Toucan Sam's in Canada?
Yeah, like the Fruit Loops, like the box of Fruit Loops in Canada. They sell Fruit Loops in Canada. Have you seen them in Canada?
Oh yeah. Did you know
they're
like
white. No,
yeah?
they're not colored at all.
Well, did you know like our bread, like Wonder Bread that we get out the store,
Yeah.
a loaf of bread in London, they call it cake because it has so much sugar in it. Like it has to be classified as cake over there.
Yeah.
Like if you have bread from, if you have like, cause I work with Hondurans and shit now. If you have bread from any other culture, doesn't taste nothing like ours. It's like
Yeah.
way different. Like
I've heard that
our
about
bread's
the-
sweet as fuck. It's
I've heard
like,
about that about the food in Italy, because over here you eat a fucking bowl full of pasta and you immediately like there's gluten allergies and shit
Yeah.
over here that you feel bloated, you feel like you need to go sleep.
Yeah.
But
Over there, they
over
don't-
there they
no
say
sugar.
like none of that shit.
Yeah.
Dude. It's all like more.
we have
more
so much sugar in all our shit. It's
but
ridiculous.
but yeah, maybe it's for population control to try to kill us faster, or it could be because they need to produce more food because there are many a
I think
documentaries
it's
about
produce more food, but I also think that like it's to make more money. Like
that. Sure,
if
cut
you
corners.
use like,
like
real tomatoes and real all this and real all that, then
it'll taste better, be better, the whole shit.
it'll taste
But-
better, be better, but you'll spend $60 making a fucking thing of spaghetti for your family.
Yeah.
Whereas you can go get this
High
sugar,
fructose
red
corn
dye,
syrup, red dye.
fucking this, and you
Yeah.
can make fucking spaghetti for $10 for 10 people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
all it is.
Well, that's
is
what
like,
we've become. That's why chickens don't walk in the whole like the. I don't know y'all seen.
did the chicken come before the egg, Jeff?
The chicken came in that egg. Hey,
Uh,
cluck.
Hey, woo, to
That don't-
TBD,
that's
man. To be continued.
That don't-
Hey, shout out my foolish.
Yeah, your cameraman, your foolish ass.
Shout out my
cameraman.
cameraman, foolish man. Shout out my cousin host. Y'all like this? I mean, you like this? Like I'm doing it all.
Shout
What
out
do
my
you
water, Michael.
All right, man. Shout out my cameraman, Foolish. Shout out my co-host, Cousin Sal. Shout out me, the one who put it together and do it no better and make it wetter. If you
Not wet as JoJo Siwa. Hey,
Hey, Joja Siwa. That's why it's Siwa, because she see wet as the sea. Wow. Either way, think harder, work smarter. Go to Jojo Siwa if you want your dick harder. If you want it to grow, just add water. It's the water pot. Peace.
yeah.
I'm talking with you. Wonder if you miss talking to me. I see you living toxic but free. If you talking, I bet the topic is me. How I'm wrong for being all I could be. I guess it's my fault. Failure's not an option for me, right? A little dust on the bottom, another melody.